Today, be something wonderful. Manifest anything with this one simple thought. The secret behind the law of assumption. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, good morning and welcome back to the studios of Be Something Wonderful. Here we are in the amazing city of Medellin, Colombia, with another big video. I want to talk about a conversation that I had with one of you yesterday. This was after our morning video had been released, after a few hours that it was already out there. And you said, Tom, I now feel a little silly about what I wanted to talk to you about. She wanted to talk about her specific person, a third party, circumstances that were going on, the idea that she wants to spend the holidays with him. All of this was something that she wanted to talk about. She goes, but after yesterday's video, I feel this sense of peace, the sense of relief. I want to talk about some of the ideas. If you remember from yesterday's video, it's linked below. It's the first link in the description on videos. And it was this idea of this habit of non-fulfillment, right? The block, right? The surprising manifesting block, this habit of looking out there and only seeing non-fulfillment, only assuming that your wish is not fulfilled. That's in yesterday's video, but I want to talk about this idea that came to her, and really what we talked about, there's just one simple thought that if you really center yourself in that one simple idea, this one simple assumption, that you are source, that you are supply, that you are substance, that you are reality and there is no other, you need nothing else. But I want to talk about this idea like we never have before. And what she started with, and during the video, I was talking about this idea that many of us ask, well, Tom, what does that look like in everyday 3D reality? How do I deal with conditions? What does that look like? And remember, I said, it looks like you, right? And I chuckled. I remember the idea that reality is you. There's no certain way that it looks like. You create it all. We talk about everyday circumstances or a 3D objective reality. One 3D objective reality out there that you're going to deal with or think about how to handle while you imagine your desired life. There's your 3D physical experience. It's not about others. Others aren't experiencing that. That's yours. You put the people there. You create your version of the people, events, and circumstances in your experience of your physical reality. There are infinite experiences of physical reality. You create yours in every moment. So it's about you and your reality, not about others, not about third parties, what they're doing or not doing. They're only doing what you assume they're doing. Your SP is only thinking and feeling what you're assuming he's thinking and feeling. It looks like you. It's your world. It's your reality. You are source. There is no other. And this relates to another question that came up as we talked about the idea of when two people, apparently, are manifesting the same specific person or the same house or the same money or the same jackpot. And many of you, and we talked about that idea that it's not the same specific person. It's not the same house. It's not the same jackpot. Each one of you creates your own version of reality according to who and what you're conscious of being. And then one of you asked, well, what does that look like? Does that mean there's two physical houses and two physical SPs and two different realities? But not in your reality. There's only your physical experience. Others create theirs, but in your reality, the version that you see of them is your version. There are infinite realities. We talked about that idea as well. So let's get to this. Remember, what is the one idea? I know, we've talked about this before, but remember, we're in the now moment. We're in the now moment where we need to cast our net again. We need to hear it again. We need to say the word again. Because that's what we're doing in every moment. It's not one and done. Your reality, your source, you get to create. Everything is new in every moment, right? You don't have to suffer or put up with or deal with anything. You are reality, right? I am reality and there is no other. I am the source. I am the substance. I am the supply of my entire life experience. And what is your entire life experience? It's your experience as that one life. The isness of reality, the great I am that I am. The great existence that was, is, and will ever be. There's no beginning, there's no end. Of that one divine mind, of that one consciousness, of that one awareness. You create that experience, your unique experience. You populate it with the people and events and circumstances according to who and what you're conscious of being, according to your self-image or your self-concept or your idea of who you are in relationship to the world that you're creating, right? You don't have to, you don't need to think or feel or do anything. Hear this point that we really talked about. To be who you already are, or to have what you already have. You already are all things. You already have all things. God's Son, you were created in God's image as all that is. How could you lack anything? Right? Son, remember from the prodigal son, I use this verse a lot, the story of the prodigal son in Scripture, the metaphysical meaning. The older son says to the father, well, what about me? I've been following you. I've been following every command, right? Remember the father representing source or the law, right? The law of being, the law of creation, the law of creating your own reality. I've been following everything. I've been doing all the assumptions. I've been imagining my scenes. I've been watching different coaches. I've been getting different ideas. I've been trying everything. But you haven't done anything for me. You haven't thrown me a party. You haven't celebrated me. And what does the father say? Son, this is the older son. Remember, representing the physical birth. In other words, representing the physically focused you. Right? That believes they were born into this world physically, right? In creating this. Remember, you created all. Son, you have always been with me, and all that is mine is yours. Very clear here. It's already there. It's all you. So let's unpack it. So the question is, what are you waiting for? This is a really great conversation we had yesterday. She goes, I'm not going to wait anymore. I'm not going to wait until the processes seem to work or something seems to manifest. I'm not going to wait to feel better or think better thoughts. I'm just going to leave those thoughts and feelings the way they are. I'm not going to keep trying to do things to make things happen. I don't remember I used the show The Chosen about the life of Jesus, right? The life of your I am awareness, right? The Chosen TV show. Jesus says to his disciples, his apostles, that he's going to send out 2 by 2 to do works and wonders, like him, to do works and wonders. And the apostles are looking at each other going, what? I'm going to do miracles? I'm going to heal the sick and heal the lame and heal the blind and all of that? How's that? Well, what does Jesus say? Your I am awareness. I don't need you to feel anything to do great things. I don't need you to feel anything, to think anything, to do anything. Just be it, know it, right? So what are you waiting for? Are you waiting to feel better? Are you waiting to see signs and success stories and proof and evidence out there? Right? She goes, I was that one. I was the one looking for the next success story, looking for the next technique or the next hot technique or main technique to manifest what I want. Scanning channels in YouTube, trying to find the right message, right? Trying to find the right procedure, the right technique. Looking for evidence out there, looking for proof out there. But what does Jesus say? Your I am awareness, the metaphysical meaning of Scripture. Remember, John 4:48. Unless you people see signs and wonders, you will by no means believe. In other words, you don't believe unless you see those signs and wonders. You're looking for outside yourself. Remember, what is belief? It's awareness. You believe what you're aware of. But awareness comes first, right? Awareness comes first. I am comes first. It's everything. That's why the ancients said, but seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all those things will be added to you. Seek that awareness that you are first. Know that. You believe what you're aware of. You believe what you know. So be that knowing. Know it's a reality. This is what the Neville Goddard's law of assumption is all about. Assume it's done. Assume you're it, because you already are it. Right? This is the secret behind the law of assumption, that you don't really need to do anything. Not even the imaginal scene in a state akin to sleep and all those visualizations. You don't need to think or feel or do anything. You're already it. That's the secret that we forget, that isn't talked about a lot, right? You don't need to think, feel, do, or imagine, affirm anything to create, manifest, experience, and be who you already are. That was Jesus' message. They make that point in The Chosen, when Jesus is going to go down into Jerusalem, right? The idea of Jerusalem representing your higher state, your state of ideal, your state of wish fulfilled, who you really are, the awareness that you are all things. That's the whole discussion of Passover, passing over in every moment to your next greatest ideal of who you are. Definition of yourself in reality. And Jesus says to him, know this, that whatever you see, whatever happens, whatever you see, whatever you feel, whatever you do, whatever you think, know that in this world, I loved you as my own. Such a powerful message. That in this world, you're already equipped with everything you want. You're already that which you desire to be. You have it all. That's why Jesus, in that show, The Chosen, in the healing at the pool of Bethesda, when he's talking to the paralyzed man, you only need me. This pool means nothing. It does nothing. All that flipping of thoughts and feelings and processes and techniques are not to do nothing. They're okay. But first, seek the kingdom and then do whatever you want. Then, yes, dive into those processes. They're fun. Right? Meditations and states akin to sleep and imagining your new life. But that's not where the power comes from. That's not source. You are. You're the source. So the question is, if you need only me, who are you? You are the Christ, the Son of the living God. Remember, we talked about that yesterday. You are the Christ. You are all that is. That I am awareness. The Son of source. The Son of all. The Son of that existence, of life itself, of that isness of reality. You're the beingness. Within that beingness exists all potential. Remember, all potential exists within you. All of those realities, all of those possibilities. So in every moment, you're shifting to a different possibility. But it's new in every moment, but it's your reality, your experience. You see the versions of others based on the version you're declaring yourself to be. But remember, that idea that you are Christ, the Son of the living God, remember Simon Peter answered. In other words, you are all that is. You are all potential. You are all realities. You already are and have everything that you desire and want to be and have. But that's not revealed or known from the success stories, from the signs, from other coaches, including me, right, from the YouTube channels. Right? We're just pointing out your knowing. It's not coming from me, it's coming from you. You manifesting this, you're creating this. It's your reality. I create mine, you create yours. So it's not coming from the success stories, the signs, the manifested circumstances, the temporary thoughts and feelings, or even the processes and techniques, as discussed in Neville Goddard's law of assumption. It's not even coming from that. It's coming from you as source. And how is it revealed? Well, Jesus answered it. Jesus answers, right? Simon, after Simon Peter said that, right? He said, blessed are you, for flesh and blood has not revealed this to you, but my Father who is in heaven. You as source, you as reality, you as all that is, that's revealed to you as you. That's the great reveal. I am that I am. I am who I am. That's the source. That's the Father in heaven. That's the great I am. That's the great life or existence of reality. That's the absolute law. In other words, I am who I imagine myself to be. I am who I assume myself to be. In this moment, in this only now moment, not in the future, not defined by the past. Those are all defined now. I create who I was right now. You create who you were right now. You create who you will be right now by your definition of who you are. So who are you? Bashar called this one of the strongest mantras for humans on Earth. In other words, for you in your holographic physical experience of reality. For that physically focused you as the Son of Man, right, in your physically focused reality. Right? I am that I am, and that's enough. Remember, Bashar said that. It's enough because it's everything. That's why it's enough. Know this, right? Assume this, be this. Be that I am. I am that I am. Be that I am. Be who I am. In other words, be that I am that can be anything, that is everything. You can be anything because you're already everything. You can have anything because you already have it. There's no other way. You can't have what you're not. Remember, if you can think of it, if you can imagine it, if you can want it, if you can desire it, then it must exist as existence itself within you as reality, or you couldn't even think, desire, or want it. It has to exist within you. There's only existence. That's what desire is. Desire doesn't stop. Desire is not a bad thing. That's life. Desire is the livingness of life, to know itself as life. It's consciousness being conscious. It's awareness being aware. That's what desire is. But we create this idea of lack when we desire something. It's just you, it's just God-godding. It's just you desiring to know yourself as that source. Let's stop watering this stuff down. Let's start declaring ourselves as the son of the living source and create that dream, that heaven on earth. Know this, assume this. You can never be more or less than all that is and all that you are here and now. Never. Never more, never less. You're it. That's powerful. It's the only assumption, the law of assumption, that matters. The law of being who and what you say you are. I am who I say and assume I am. That's why Scripture, and I use the centurion's servant, that story, where Jesus hails the centurion's servant. Just say the word. Just say the word. I'm not worthy that you should come under my roof of doubt and unbelief and all of that stuff, all these circumstances, all these success stories that I keep seeking, all these channels that I keep following. I'm just not worthy, but just say the word. In other words, just declare it. And then watch what you want to watch. Do any processes that you want to do, right? Enjoy the videos. But first declare yourself as source, and then everything else is added on to you. Right? I am who I say I am. I am who I assume I am. And remember in The Chosen, when Jesus is talking to the paralyzed man in this show, The Chosen, right? That it's depicting that scene and giving it more texture, more context. The paralyzed man goes, I've tried it all. I've assumed it all. I've tried coach after coach and channel after channel. I've tried technique and process after technique and process. I've tried. And Jesus looks at him, your I am awareness, and goes, I know. For a long time, I know. And you don't want false hope again, I understand. A powerful scene. As you guys know, I love this scene. Right? It gives us false hope because we're hoping that this process will work. This technique that someone told me on YouTube will work. That maybe this time I'll manifest what I want. I'll live the life that I desire. But remember, that's not where the power is. It's within you. It's not in those success stories, in those processes and techniques, in that next YouTube channel. Watch them because you enjoy watching them, because you enjoy the message. because you enjoy thinking that way, because you enjoy feeling that way, you enjoy having that physical experience, but you're the power, right? Jesus says, your I am awareness. Yeah, for a long time, I know. And you don't want false hope. I understand, I get it. But this pool, it does nothing. It means nothing. It does nothing for you. It means nothing. Jesus is pointing at that idea that all those success stories, all those channels, all those messages, they do nothing. They mean nothing. You give them meaning. It's your knowing. It's who you are. Jesus says, you don't need this pool. You only need me. You only need your awareness that you're already that person you desire to be. That's what we do every day. Sure, we talk about processes and techniques, but knowing that you're the power behind them, knowing that you're the source, you're the supply, you're the substance. We're always pointing you back to that message. And if you want to be healed, then let's go. That's what Jesus said. So, okay. So do you want to be healed? Then let's go. Pick up your mat and walk. Know this. Then assume. Then imagine. Then affirm whatever you want. Be light about it. Be loose about it. Be source. Light and loose and carefree, knowing that you already have everything. And then do any process or meditation or technique that you enjoy. But be that light, loose, all-knowing, all-being source, all-powerful source. Everything, everywhere, all at once. Focused in a certain experience to know itself as all that is. Taking on a certain perspective or a viewpoint. Deliberately taking on a limitation to know yourself as that absolutely, utterly fulfilled being that you are. Deliberately creating an experience that appears like non-fulfillment to know yourself as that utter fulfillment. Deliberately creating an experience where it feels like it's unworthy to know that you're utterly worthy. There's no other way to know that you're that supreme being. Unless you create those experiences or unless you just know it. So just know it and then experience anything you want. That's powerful. Do nothing with the circumstances. Do nothing with the thoughts and feelings. Yeah, you'll take actions. There's always action to take, but there's nothing to do with them. Stop looking for evidence and proof of your desired reality out there. You're going to move in 3D. You're going to take some actions, but it's all going to come from the assumption that I am source and there is no other. I am the substance of reality and there is no other. I am the supply of everything that I want and desire and there is no other. So you are reality, there's no other. Know yourself as all that is. And then walk in that knowing. Get up, pick up your mat and walk. Go. That's what Jesus would say many over and over again. Go. Your faith has made you whole. Your knowing has made you whole. Your assumption has made you whole. Just go. Go your way now and walk in that knowing. When in the Gospel of Thomas, I use this quote quite a bit, but I think it fits here. When you know yourselves as all that is, that you're already everything that you want to be, that you already have everything that you want, then you'll be known. In other words, then you'll experience that absolute, utter fulfillment that you are, that utter worthiness that you are. And you'll realize that you're children of the living source, that you are, that I am that I am. I am one with that source. There is no other. But if you don't know yourselves, then you live in poverty, lack, seeking things out there, another success story, another technique. I need to manifest what I want. And then Jesus says you are that poverty. Not only do you live in that poverty, but you are that poverty. Remember, you create reality. You can create the experience that you're that poverty, but your utter fulfillment, your utter abundance. No matter how many processes you do or how much you assume, imagine, affirm, no matter how good or bad you feel, it means nothing. It does nothing. Hear it again. No matter how many new processes or techniques that you find, how many meditations you do, how many techniques you do, how good or bad you feel, whatever those changing thoughts and feelings are, whatever those circumstances around you are, they mean nothing, they do nothing. Your source, you determine it. That's the surprising secret behind the law of assumption. That's how you can manifest anything, with that one simple thought, that I am God and there is no other. I am the Christ, the Son of the living God. I am reality and there is no other. I am source, there is no other. Guys, stop watering this down. You create your entire reality. Why not create absolute heaven on earth? Why not already be that person you've always desired to be, right here and right now? I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, thank you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for liking and sharing and commenting on the videos. Thank you for being part of our Facebook group, the Be Something Wonderful Ambassadors, at facebook.com/groups/Be Something Wonderful. For joining us on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Kearin, TikTok at Be Something Wonderful, anywhere on social media at Tom Kearin at Be Something Wonderful, and for being part of our membership channel. We have our live stream coming when we're going to be leaving here. We're going to be leaving Medellin this coming Tuesday. We'll be back in the States Wednesday with another big video, and then the live stream the following Sunday. On December 22nd, 2024, we're going to come to you live, answer your questions live in the chat, answer your questions that you've been sending to us at info@besomethingwonderful.com. Then the next day, we're off to Utah, to Park City, where we're going to do some snowboarding, and I'm going to be doing some videos there as well. So stay tuned. We're going to be coming to you from Park City. And so, guys, with great love, with great light, and infinite gratitude, this is Tom Kearin here in the studios of Be Something Wonderful. Until next time, see you soon.